Dungeons deep, the shadows thicker. A hero's tale in every line. Grab your sword, it's questing time. Roll the dice tonight, oh roll the dice. Fate's a gamble, risk the price. Roll the dice tonight, oh roll the dice. One more turn could change your
Scotty just keeps looking over at Rosie and he's not seeing a robot shape anymore. He's seeing an anchor shape.
Not much difference.
Really not.
They both sink to the bottom.
Except for anchors don't step on your foot, then shoot you point blank range in the face with knockback 15-foot rounds from a 12-gauge shotgun.
Not if you throw them overboard first, they don't.
All right, so I kind of want to do something that we haven't really done yet.
Uh-oh.
We're getting a few views on our videos. Nothing spectacular. Don't pop the bubbly yet.
Got views, though.
Usually me.
But we do have views. And so
The squirrel worked.
it must have. And as such, maybe the audience kind of wants to know us a little bit and not just our characters. So, Mort, how you doing, buddy?
Oh,
What you been up to?
we're recording now, are we? Okay.
We are, yeah.
I'm doing great.
Big Brother House, this is Channel 4. You're live on Channel 4 television. Do not swear.
Oh, it's not live. I could bleep it out, but I probably won't. I mean, from the get-go, we've been more of a adult-based show, and I don't foresee us changing that. Why would we?
My grandfather was a Navy man, and I went to school with a ton of Marines. I can make this Sonic Morse code fast.
There is adult, but then there's also YouTube friendly, so I've got to bear that in mind.
Well, okay. Yeah, so don't cuss in the first 30 seconds, but I mean, the intro music pretty much takes care of that.
Like I said, my grandfather was in the Navy, and I went to school with a bunch of Marines. I can make this sound like Morse code on that bleep button.
Yeah, that might be a little excessive.
Yeah, a little excessive.
Yeah.
So
I hate listening to streams that are mostly bleeped out. It's just like, well, what's...
I'll keep it PG.
Yeah. NC-17. How about that?
Okay, I'll NC-17 for violence. That works.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, all right, Chris.
So what have I been up to?
Yeah.
Just got through taking my daughter camping over the Thanksgiving holiday. Teaching her survival skills. We successfully camped out in a lean-to shelter at 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Any run-ins with wild animals or squirrels?
A raccoon ran up to the tree line about 30 feet from our fire, and my daughter threw her light up on it and wanted to go pet it, but it ran away from her.
Oh, that's a
The
shame.
big question is, did your daughter choose you or the bear?
My daughter, when the bear would run from my daughter somehow got all of my dad, all of my grandfather, and all of my genes, and like none of my wife's. Like, she's like me on steroids.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that bear would definitely run screaming, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I was teaching her wrestling at like age 10, and she's the only person in like 3 decades to actually ever take me down.
Okay.
Like, she hit a low single leg and locked my leg out at the knee like I taught her, and like dropped me on my butt.
Nice.
My wife's like, did you do that for her thing? I said, no, I didn't give it to her. She earned that one. She got me. She just did it so fast I didn't have time to sprawl. But yeah, so she's like me on steroids. So proud dad. And she wanted to go camping, and I was like, if we go camping, we're not going to be carrying tents. She said, "That's not camping, Dad." I said, "Okay."
Hell yeah, raising her right.
Yeah.
Got a fun little camping story. So Duncan, you remember where we did our memorial hike, Gunnison National Forest out in Colorado.
Yep.
Well, Julia and my stepson Marcus, before he joined the Marines, we went out there, and in that same general area. And I wanted to take them bushcrafting. So just like your daughter, Mort, didn't want to use a tent, wanted to just set up tarps and rough it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's the right way to do it.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I just would take my mom's butcher knife and go make me a pine lean-to.
Yeah, that's how it's done. That's the proper way.
And that's how I got in trouble from a guy who owned a tree farm.
We'll have to hear about that in a second. But I started leading them towards the basin of a waterfall, and it was going to be gorgeous, but we found some bear scat, so the wife freaked out, and she was like, "No, let's go to the campground instead." So, okay, whatever. We go to the campground, and I find this prime spot. Actually, the one I pointed out to you, Duncan, that had that big rock that could reflect the heat of a fire back towards the tents quite nicely. But there's really no way to properly build a shelter using just tarps and what few sticks were available to us. So things were going bad, and it kind of made the wife a little bit angry. And next thing I know, it's all, she's screaming, "I trusted you," and she's throwing sleeping bags down the hill.
So you chose the bear?
I should have chose the bear. I love my wife, but the bear might have been kinder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A bear at least is warm, and a cold woman is dangerous.
Indeed. Chris, do they do any kind of camping out in England, or is that uncivilized?
I think they call it planning.
They do, but that's up more north towards the district. There's not really a whole lot down here.
So more like Northumbria.
Kent.
Yeah, up Carlisle, up more towards the Scotland end of the country.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watch a girl YouTuber who she's in Scotland, and she roughs it by locks and stuff.
Nice. Do you take part of any of that, or are you more of a city boy?
Neither really. I prefer to be towns. If I can. Can't stand the cities though.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So what do you do on the weekends?
Oh, on the weekends, usually I'm working on 3D renders for my game, or trying various graphic experiments and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I'm an independent game developer by day and experimenter by the afternoon, and do all sorts of animation and things like that. Currently working on a new version of the title sequence that you see every time that at the start of one of these videos. Nothing too fancy, just an upgraded version of the current one, but I think you'll all like it.
Nice.
Yeah, just having fun being creative.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Duncan, tell us something about yourself. You're kind of the quiet one in these games.
Let's see. Something about myself.
Or something about Charlie Cat. Has she knocked over your tree yet?
No, but we play a fun little game. So I have a cat that was stray when she adopted me, and she has since then gone full house cat. But we play this fun little game where every morning I will pick up the half dozen or so um, uh, ornaments that she's knocked off the tree, and then every night she knocks them back off again.
It's tradition at this point now.
Cat's friendly and playful. You had the ultimate chance to go. I'm in the witness protection program.
I mean, the cat is now at the point where it thinks you're not happy unless it knocks the ornaments down.
Right. Yeah. It's a bonding experience.
It's what gives you your satisfaction in life is collecting them and putting them back.
I love that picture you posted of her peeking over, saying that whenever you open any wrapper of any kind.
Yeah, she just appears. She just will immediately. The other thing she does is she has decided that my printer in my office is some sort of arch nemesis. So she can be up on the 3rd floor, and as soon as that thing kicks off, you hear her thunder pawing her way down the stairs. Charges right over there.
Just like Morio protecting Vlad, she's trying to protect you.
Yep. She does a great job of tearing up my documents.
Yeah, let me show y'all what my cat's doing right now. She likes to lay wherever I'm at.
Do a little screen share or... Aw. Cute little bugger. All right.
Yeah, she's my little rescue I got for my daughters, but if she don't get enough time with me, she'll hang out wherever I'm at.
Nice. Got to give her plenty of loves.
Yeah. I got her just in time because my little dog, I had to put her down in May, so I got her just in time to fill the void before I had to put her down.
Yeah, it's always sad when you got to put down a pet.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
it'd be nice if you never had to, but that's it's part of life.
It would be. She was a sweet dog. I got that one where someone had abandoned her after honing her for like 12 years, abandoned her at a animal shelter, and I adopted her so they wouldn't, have to put her down. So, but I had her for another 10 years after that, so I was pretty old puppy.
That's awesome. You gave her a good life.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. With that, we'll go into a commercial break real quick. Come back and recap. Aoethera, a world of ancient magic, steam-driven technology, and fragile alliances, where secrets hide in every shadow and betrayal lurks in every pact. A war is brewing. Cities tremble. The world teeters on the edge of ruin. Will you rise to save it? Or fall? Steel yourselves for the Cataclysm. Cataclysm is a 2-book epic adventure set in a new world of magic and steam, built for those who seek renown. Explore Aoethera with 79 unique maps, 32 illustrated NPCs, and new monsters in the bestiaries of both books. Aoethera Cataclysm by CritHeads Gaming, exclusively on DriveThruRPG.com. Okay,
can we invent some fake products to start throwing out during the commercials?
I mean, that'd be
Hillsdale
cool.
brand anal lube because true love is elbow deep.
Yeah, and like crazy Earls used airships.
Crazy Earls use airships. I mean, that's better than going elbow deep.
Yeah, like come on down to Crazy Earls airships. We got that brand new fangled helium.
Wacky waving arm blaming and poodle tube guy.
And show like airship crashing and burning, going, don't go to the guy next door. Go to Crazy Earls. We got Helium.
Remember, it's not hydrogen. It's way safer. It's actually naturally flame retardant.
Yep.
Yeah, and we could also do one for I've got a alter ego, Frankie. Frankie's dance studio. Come on down. We twirl, we spin, we do all that shit. Bring the fucking kids. It's a great time.
You want to do the hustle? We can do the hustle. You want to do the sprinkler? We'll do the sprinkler.
I feel like you need to make up an address in Queens, Brooklyn for that one.
100%.
Threaten a kitten.
You know that island you have shaped like a penis on the map? It needs to be located there.
All the islands are shaped like penises.
No, there's one that's very much like intentional though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would not say it was intentional, but yeah, it did kind of turn out that way.
It was just a happy little accident.
Yeah, just
It's
happy
named
little
like,
penis.
it's like
One of
evil or
them's very
something or other.
happy,
So
actually.
yeah, I
It
mean,
looks like a collar standing in profile. And he's very happy indeed.
but yeah.
All right, so
Now I'm sorry to derail us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. All right. Before our little tangent, that may have been a bad idea on my part. You guys, before our break, you guys successfully assassinated Rakrulf, the chieftain, the great chieftain of the orcs, the leader of Undagoro. And it was suspiciously easy. The fact that Amber could so readily take on the form of Baroness Queen Ravina Damarius threw up some red flags, but ultimately the mission was accomplished, and you guys, well, as usual, red flags raised, but she seems trustworthy enough. I mean, she hasn't killed any one of you yet. So you suppress those paranoid feelings. And you commandeer an orc longship and you set sail. And 3 days into this voyage, an abyssal Octarch comes from the deep and causes a ruckus. But you guys manage to vanquish it pretty quickly, pretty easily. And but unfortunately, you don't get the chance for any fresh calamari as it sinks, taking Scotty with it, until Scotty knocks some of its teeth out and Rosie's fire spirit Bud grabs him and they both teleport out of the frigid water. And that is where we're going to pick up today with our little shark drawing and mermaid. Which, by the way, mermaids, they are in this game. They're just, in warmer waters than this.
Plus the fish is on top and the humans on the bottom.
They're translucent, like Matt Walsh says they are. They're supposed to be translucent and rather horrific.
Which, in this world, they are. Do not expect a cute little Disney princess. They are horrible, awful man-eating creatures. Okay.
Oh, here he comes.
You just basically described the Disney princess.
Cheer you up.
All right.
And now Mickey Mouse is mad.
Stop there because we get copyright struck.
Right.
Even though I can't hold a tune in a bucket, they'll still find out somehow.
That's all right. I'm tone deaf. That'll be our excuse. Don't know if it'll fly, but we'll try it.
That works for me. I'll claim that as well.
How old is that song?
They invented auto-tune for a reason. It's to make people like me sound crap. Instead of absolutely crap.
They invented Suno for a reason, so that people like me can actually make music.
Check out the album on YouTube.
Absolutely. It is on the CritHeads page. Give it a listen. Almost an hour worth of Aoethera-inspired music.
Need to get AI Girlfriend's catalog up onto YouTube.
Yes, you do. And then I
The
will be
Oa-
shouting that all over the place.
The Ballad of Rosie did not make the cut.
Not in this album, but probably in next one. We'll see how the ballad ends. And speaking of ends, Scotty, you just got back
I don't like
onto.
how you said that.
Oh, don't read too far into it. It's fine. You only
Speaking
have
of
a.
ends, Scotty.
Well, you only have a devil worshipping girlfriend, like assassin, like leaning over you, quote unquote, tending to your wounds.
Wife.
That's wife.
He
Lest
wifed
we
her
forget.
up. He wifed her up.
But it was never consummated. Tisk tisk.
I mean,
Yeah,
kind of
Scotty
almost
Scofield
was.
did the red.
So, Scotty, you are on the deck. Rosie burnt the crap out of you, but then healed you. Hypothermia, not really a problem. Your clothes are soaking wet, and they are frigid cold, but you're feeling okay from Rosie's healing.
I mean, Scotty will strip out the wet clothes because he's got daft. And then find, like, have we got a campfire or some sort of, like, wood stove or something going?
So, did Rosie ever get that still going?
No, I did frozen distillation instead, remember? And then before I could even get in the water, the octopus creature attacked. So now I'm mad.
Yeah, so we haven't got a heat source running on the boat, have
We got like 3 lamps. If there's like a pot or a
Yeah, the lamps are
thing
more
of
for light
water,
than heat.
I can boil some water to warm him up that way.
Well, no, Scotty was just going to strip his clothes off and he'd sit next to the fire while they dried out.
Well, without a fire, Amber absolutely wraps you up in her arms, and also wraps a wool blanket and a heavy hide over you guys as well.
I was going to say, we've got a bunch of fur on board, haven't we?
Indeed, you do.
For some strange
Oh, Amber's
reason,
probably going to get started on making trousers and
for
fluffy
some
vests
strange
and
reason,
stuff like
Bud
that.
lets out a whistle.
And she just shoots you a dirty look. And she's
The
just
bird, the bird, not me.
she's just like, uh-huh. The bird. That's part of you.
I don't control it that much. Yeah. So yeah, I need to rest up and put the bird away.
Okay.
Uh,
And what's
Hi, lad. No, lass, don't be choking your chicken while we're on here.
Vlad
Yeah, I'm gonna-
doing?
I'm going to break concentration on the thunderstorm overhead too, so we don't have that over our head.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, it lasts for 10 minutes, so
All right. What's Vlad doing during all this?
Doing as usual, just watching the shenanigans.
All right, sitting back in the shadows. So it doesn't take very long for between Amber's body heat, the hides, the wool. It doesn't take very long for Scotty to warm up and be comfortable. His clothes, though, that's gonna be a bitch. That's gonna take a while for those to dry out, especially in these frigid temperatures. But ultimately,
At this rate, I'd be probably better off waiting for Amber to craft something up than waiting for my clothes to actually dry. She could probably do it quicker.
That may not be wrong. And when you suggest that to her, she says, "Yeah, absolutely. Are you warm enough for me to just kind of leave you?"
Oh, I lass, but if you get cold and you want to huddle while you sew, you're welcome back.
Oh, sure, of course. And she'll grab the spare sail, the wool sail, and the canvas, and some of the sinew thread, and a sail needle, and she'll come back and kind of lean up against Scotty as she pulls a knife out and kind of starts cutting pieces of fabric out and gets to sewing, and it just kind of looks like chaotic madness.
I'm going to yell out, make sure you give it plenty of crotch room. It shrinks when it's cold.
She just shoots.
Many things I can say to that.
She shoots Rosie a cheeky little grin and gives her a wink.
I try to wink back, but it looks like I'm just glitching out.
A few sparks
I think
from
I'm
the
going to have to
eyeliner.
roll over onto the front, otherwise the robot over there is going to short out.
Yeah, well, like my normally pink, when warm eyes, like one of them turns red, one of them turns blue, and then goes to yellow, then back to pink real quick.
Hey, Rosie, my horns are up here, lad. Lass.
Was just giving you a medical exam. You might want to lay off all of that mutton.
Mutton's good for you. It's the swine you need to watch out for.
With the right barbecue sauce, it all tastes fucking great.
It might be all that whiskey then that's making him pack on the extra pounds.
Yeah, fair play, lad.
So
Although the ale is probably more guilty.
it takes a couple of hours, but eventually, Amber does produce a almost gray wool kilt for Scotty, and a natural buff colored canvas shirt for him. So he does have some fresh, dry clothes now.
Tim, I'm going to walk over to his wet clothes. I'm going to...
Interesting she chose a kilt, because the wind's still whistling up me Khyber Pass.
Yeah. I was going to produce flame in one hand and gust in the other and blow dry his clothes off. And I'm going to wink at Amber and go, "You're welcome."
Amber's mouth just falls open, and her hands kind of go like limp and just flop down into her lap. And she's like, "Are you serious? You couldn't do that like hours ago?"
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have got to cuddle with him naked.
I mean, I could do that whenever I want. We are married.
I don't think he knows that.
And, well,
That was all a rip loss. There was these lads having some fun, wasn't it? Besides, these trousers, they're absolutely lovely. They're some of the nicest I've ever worn, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your arse. These lads would love to have this on their legs when they're out there and they're freezing their bollocks off.
I do have a cantrip for that, too.
she just kind of turns around and faces you, Scotty, and she's like, I mean, maybe it was a gag, maybe it wasn't, but looks pretty official, so pretty sure that's accepted everywhere.
It's legally binding. You two are married.
Well, if I was going to marry anyone...
Amber just kind of flips around, sits back down, leans against Scotty, looks at Rosie, and, does that whole one hand to the side of her mouth, but not actually, like, hiding what she says, and says, "He's kind of thick."
I take it you don't mean just his body max index, but also maybe the thickness of his skull.
Yeah.
Aye, well, it's got us out of trouble a few times.
He is a goat after all.
Oh, wait, you mean I've been married all of this time? And I didn't. Oh, Scotty, you dozy wee lad. Right, lady. Off to the bedroom. We got some making up to do, lass. I suggest the rest of you all look away.
There is no cabin on the longboat.
she goes beet red, and she's just like, really? Now? All the chances we've had, and now?
Are you saying no?
Maybe we should make landfall? Have a proper honeymoon?
All right, you've gone all shy now, have you? I see how it is.
Maybe the bard
Right.
can cast that mansion spell.
I mean, Scotty now just thinks she's playing. It's one of her games that she likes to play, so he's just going, right, I see how it is.
She is legit like a beet red, and she's like, okay, just because we're beastlings doesn't mean we should do it like beasts.
You and me, baby. Ain't nothing but mammals.
Look, I think I just discovered a new channel.
I was waiting for someone.
Alright, so holy crap. Alaris is just like, okay, whatever you guys
Now-
want to do, I guess just cover up.
For medical curiosity, Rosie's like, are they going to have kits or kids? So she's just purely invested on what the medical outcome would be.
Well, we got a whole bunch of the furs and stuff like that, and we just make a mountain of fur and disappear underneath it. Making extra sure that Rosie's view is blocked. Because I can see Amber being like that.
So for once, Scotty does know. Holy crap. Alright, yeah, so that happens.
We had to figure it out eventually.
Well, it did help that there was motion in the ocean.
Indeed there was. Alright, so
Rosie, because she can't see a damn thing.
so that happens, and afternoon becomes evening, becomes night, becomes the next day. And the voyage continues. Let's see, let's get 2 more animal handlings from Rosie and Vlad.
That's what she said.
For their tricks. Okay, so Vlad, that's 1 success.
Went in 12.
2 successes. And what are you guys teaching them? You guys should be wrapping up your training on whatever tricks.
That was my 3rd success for teaching to bite and hold and to go for the throat.
Okay. And then Vlad.
That last round were the 2 successes I needed for present, and I now have 1 success and 1 fail on charge.
Okay.
Here's a suggestion for you guys. Wouldn't some sort of retrieve be useful? Like retrieve a particular item or retrieve a particular whatever.
Well, I mean, I already talked to get me balls. I mean, now I just got to teach it, give me anything but balls.
Yeah, and I'll work that in eventually.
I
Yeah,
can
it was
go
just a thought. Sorry.
I want to teach it tracking.
It'd be like the equivalent of having a mage hand or whatever, something else you could send in to retrieve something.
Which I know wolves are already like naturally good trackers. This is more of the communication of letting me know what it's smelling kind of deal for tracking.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. In the meantime,
Find me the cocaine,
as
boy. Find me the cocaine.
as you are working on that with Fido, let's see. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Passive or otherwise?
Go ahead and roll it, but as always, if your passive is higher than what you roll, then just tell me your passive.
Or is it a perception?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Right, how far into this journey are we at the moment?
At level 16, I'm going to upgrade my perception. I'm telling you that right now.
So this is the 5th day of the journey.
Finally, once it's
Right,
higher than the actual passive. 18. Woohoo.
Scotty's going to suggest to Amber that maybe she knock up some warmer clothing for the rest of the party while we've got time to burn.
Rosie's been naked this whole entire time.
Well, except for Rosie, because obviously she don't need it.
Right. Yeah, Amber's going to be like, I mean, I can absolutely do that, but we'll be out of the Arctic Circle in the next day or two.
It's a fair point, lass. Still, this is a nice kilt. The balls ain't been this toasty in a long time.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
And he's free balling.
Okay, so Mort and Vlad, you both recognize as you're sailing, you see a large cloud of ink floating on the water. And you guys are heading straight towards it.
Do I need to do a nature check to figure out what that is, or do I kind of already know what it is?
Oh, you know damn well it's another Abyssal Octarch.
Okay, so
we got any gunpowder and kegs on board this ship?
Nope. What's
The
Vlad
Amber
do?
has still got some explosive rounds left as well as some incendiary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys have your explosive rounds and your incendiary, but you don't have any loose gunpowder or anything like that. There's no magazine. This isn't a combat vessel per se.
Is there, how wide is the field of ink?
It's probably about 60 feet.
Are we in the middle, or are we in the beginning of it?
You guys are approaching it.
I wonder if I shot another lightning arrow into the water, if the electricity would scare it away.
Good chance it might do that. That would be a good idea. Because the only
ain't
thing I have is
problem that
turn
they don't
away.
see us.
All right, Vlad, give me an attack roll. And you're aiming right for the ink, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you draw back on your Yumi and you loose, and it's the same thing as before. As the arrow takes flight, you see it just kind of light up, and it lands pretty much dead center of the ink, and you see lightning crackle and dance on the surface of the water. Give me another perception. Anybody who's looking at the water, everybody can roll it.
Is it fair to say we've had a long rest while we've been on the boat?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, just double checking before I clicked it. What did you say? A perception?
Yep.
Yeah, my passive is 17.
Okay. So we'll go with
I
17.
mean, well, I'm looking at perception. My passive is 15. Still got higher this time for once. 17.
Okay. 17,
21
17,
for me.
21. Okay, so, Scotty, you see this, but nobody else does. You actually see the water react a little bit to that lightning arrow, as if something was just below the surface, and it did move away from the surface.
Alright, lads, grab a hold of something. It looks like it's buggered off, but it may not have. Just be on your guard. And Scotty's going to re-rage because assuming overnight he's let it drop.
What you pissed off about now, Scotty?
Oh, I'm no pissed off, lad.
I mean, you just
Just
got lucky
wanna
the
be
night
safe.
before. What you mad about? You just got lucky, man.
Aye, how can I be pissed off with a loss like that in my bed?
Exactly.
Amber is
This is
just
just
beet red.
a precaution.
Yeah. Do I know if they're water temperature sensitive?
Give me a nature check.
All right. How about a veterinary medicine check?
Not exactly the same, but sure. I'm curious what you'll get. Yeah, son
Here's
of a
what
bitch.
happened doesn't happen. It's swum to the bottom, and now it's going to come up at the bottom of the boat like a fucking torpedo and just split the fucker in half.
Close. Very, very close. What you know about the Abyssal Octarch is they are not exactly temperature sensitive so much as depth sensitive. They do like colder water, and they can achieve that with deeper depths. So, wherever the water goes kind of shallow, you won't really find them too often, but they will be there all the same.
Okay, that's interesting. So, plant growth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they would like a field of kelp or anything like slow them down, give them difficult terrain in the water?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to sit back and rest up, and let lightning arrows do the work. And if need be, I'll use call lightning if we get in a situation where we need it again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. A few minutes pass. 15 minutes. 20 minutes. And then everybody starts to relax a little bit. You're pretty sure the lightning arrow did the trick, and the danger has passed. Go ahead and give me another couple days worth of checks for training your animals.
Oh,
Okay, that's 2 more successes for Mort.
Was that 12 from the previous 2 days a success for the thing? Because that would be successfully teaching you how to track.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Woohoo.
DC 12.
Yes. So I guess now I got to figure out what else I want to teach it. So I guess I'll teach it to fetch and maybe extreme fetch, like maybe even like bite the bottom of someone's pocket open and things like that too.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say that during this journey, Scotty and Amber have talked? And between them, they'd have tried to coordinate their abilities so that they can complement one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
So therefore, Scotty would gain a bit more knowledge of what she's capable of.
Sure. Yeah. Vlad. Unfortunately, training cats, not very easy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Herding them's even more difficult.
So,
And forget about duck. They just will not stand on a line no matter what you do.
all right. So, Scotty, Amber is, let's see. As you two go back and forth about, like, abilities and whatnot, she lets you know that she can, almost everything that she can do is based on deception to make her a more efficient assassin.
The thing that Scotty was most curious about, though, is because they've had this conversation before earlier on. But Amber's gained 3 levels since then. So, as always, I was curious to see whether she kind of changed her aim a little bit on what she would choose to learn. Seeing as now she's not doing what she was doing before, but she's doing an adapted version.
And she she tells you,
Interesting.
yeah, so I have been
Nurture. Okay.
I have been kind of playing around, I guess, with a few different things, just trying to add a little offensive to my repertoire. But most of what I do, it's more of a it's Osiroshi's blessing, really. That's what we call it. So, but I have been working on trying to learn offensive. It's just I guess I'm kind of struggling with it. It's not really something we went over.
No, but I would like you to be able to look after your son. If they get too close, you've got a means of defending yourself, and it's not just...
Well,
even something like Eldritch Blast. Which, I mean, you're a warlock. I thought that was kind of like the first spell trick you learned.
I mean, now that magic's a thing in the world, probably it would make sense, but yeah, you have to remember, I mean, this magic thing, it's kind of new. Everything that I've done prior to, it's because of Osiroshi.
That's what I'm thinking. It looks like you might need to be getting you sent some practice in, because even if you don't know what you can do, then... Well, I'd rather we be on dry land while you test all this stuff out, but maybe we can see what works together. You line them up and I'll knock them out.
It's definitely an interesting idea. Yeah, I think it might take some practice to get it figured out. But absolutely.
You really are a whole box of discovery, aren't you?
Well, I do like to keep them guessing. All right. So,
I'm going to go pull up the alcohol.
never a bad time for a drink, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to see if it worked, if all the freezable stuff froze and all the alcohol stayed liquid.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
What's that?
Roll me a D100.
All right. Alcohol handling check.
Yep. So it worked a tiny bit. You're able to get some of the water, like some of the water froze up, but the alcohol really seems to be very well mixed in. To the
It's the
point
first
where
attempt, lad.
it's probably it's the best it's gonna get.
All right. I'm going to pour it into like a shot glass and hand it to Scotty and go, tell me how strong it is.
Have you got one of them healing spells ready, just in case I go blind, lad?
Yeah, I have a healing spell and,
Aye.
and a
On the
hand spell ready.
action. And Scotty just knocks a shot back.
Give me a Constitution save.
That's got a kick. Constitution. Where's my Constitution?
Yeah, so basically it should be like distilled beer.
Yeah. So, Scotty, as you put that shot away, the ship seems to rock a whole lot more than it did just a second ago. It is almost instantaneous. You know that stuff is potent.
Tastes like shit, but my God, does it pack a wallop.
You want me to make
And
some
that's
more?
the
No.
first attempt.
You want me to make some
We'll
more? No.
refine the process, lass. You'll have this down to an art in no time.
Do we got any netting on board?
Yes.
I'm gonna put about 20 jars of grog in a net and lower it below the boat.
Okay.
Tie it off so it'll stay attached.
All right. Give me a survival check. Let's see how good of a knot you tie.
If you had a flask, you get heat from underneath, you could distill all that alcohol off,
Yeah.
dip it down into another glass.
You said survival?
Yes, please.
Aye, lad, you got the makings of quite a nice little still here, I'll give you that.
You said no fire on the boat.
That is true, so you can't distill it.
I'm distilling it. It's just by freezing it versus boiling it out.
Not quite as efficient, but it is doing the trick. And you do tie one hell of a knot.
I did get my pioneering merit badge after all.
All right. Mort and Duncan, give me 5 more animal handling checks for training your critters.
Have we got any citrus about?
You do
Got pine
have
needles.
some limes and some lemons.
Right, Scotty's going to squeeze up some lemons and some limes into a glass, and then he's going to mix a shot of whatever it was that was in that jar into it. And he's going to take a test.
4
Take a
successes
taste.
and 1 fail.
Oh, that's actually quite... And he's going to hand it to Amber. Try that, lass.
Bit of a mojito. Yeah, she takes it and she takes a small sip. And let me see.
I mean, drinking it neat as knockout drops, but maybe if you dilute it down a bit, it makes quite a nice.
Her eyes go crossed for like half a second as she takes a sip, and she's like, "Wow!" And she hands it back to Scotty, and just kind of like grabs onto his shoulder, and kind of sways a little bit.
Look at him and go, "Don't drink up all the Molotovs."
This is airship fuel.
Scotty just knocks it back and chuckles and goes, lass, we'll soon have you toughened up.
Alright, so Duncan, you've got 2 normal successes and a critical, so 4 successes total.
Nice. Okay, so 2 of those, and Morio knows Arch, and then the other 2 will go towards training Pounce.
Okay. All right, and Mort, you have 4 successes.
Yeah. So can I, since I don't have anything to train after the pickpocket fetch me thing, can I give that 17 to Vlad? And,
Little assisted training?
yeah, a little assistant training like I used to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, nice. So now I have 3. So now I know Pounce too, or Pounce as well, automatically.
Awesome. All right.
Right. Thanks, bro.
No problem. I really don't know much about animal training other than basic dog tricks because I'm not a ranger. So.
But your animal handling and your rolls are good enough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did the druid thing and basically took hippie, nature, survival, and animal handling.
Right. All right. Everyone give me a perception.
Start with my perception. Yeah, well, obviously, whatever that was we drank hadn't affected me too badly.
Yeah, I was actually about to say give it with disadvantage, and then I saw what you rolled, and it's like, oh, well, doesn't matter.
15.
Okay. All right, so...
Yeah, your little thing ain't going to put me out, lad. Oh, I'd love to know how Amber fared.
Okay.
So how many days is the stuff been there down a day, or has it been down there like an hour?
Okay, so Amber didn't do too bad. She did a 15. So, what... Okay, as you guys continue to sail, you clear the Arctic Circle. The water starts to get a little bit warmer. The weather starts to get a little bit warmer. But you are still to sea in the middle of winter. As you continue your journey, you do see the belly-up corpse, half-eaten corpse of an orca whale. And, let's see. Vlad and Scotty see the red tentacle of an Octarch kind of let go of the whale and kind of splash back down into the water.
Be on the ready, lads.
Do I need to call up a thunderstorm?
Well, Scotty's given about as much early warning as he can. Is basically be ready because we might be in for it. And just hope that maybe we sneak by.
And Alaris just kind of yells from the helm. He's like, on the ready for what? Is it another one of those squids?
Aye, lad.
Ah, hell, which way do I go?
Just keep going straight. I didn't think it's going to make any difference which direction we go at this point.
I'm gonna
If
start
it's
hauling up
spotted
my
as it's
alcohol.
coming,
And what's Rosie doing during this?
I'm gonna start pulling up the alcohol.
Save the booze!
Booze crew.
Scotty's going to send Amber to the lower deck in the center of the ship where she can or strap herself down if she needs to or whatever. So she's not thrown overboard.
Yeah, too bad I can't get any of the blubber off that orca.
Yeah. What's Vlad doing?
Vlad will point out the where he saw the tentacle, and otherwise he's just gonna continue to keep a watchful eye out to see if he can see the Octarch and where it's gone.
Scotty would be pretty much doing the same because rage activated and ready.
Okay.
What's the range on the whale carcass?
You guys are about 300 feet and closing fast.
Is there any danger of beaching the boat? Because if the carcass is sticking up out of the water, it must be pretty shallow.
It's sticking out of the water because it's floating belly up. It is. It's been dead for a little while.
So it's floating dead as opposed to on a sandbar.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are still in the ocean.
We got about
Well,
another
I
week
wouldn't
left
call
of
it food, but
travel.
we might be able to make some use of it.
So here's what I think Vlad would like to try to do. He'd like to take a shot at it with the prickly pear, or I'm sorry, prickly honor, and an explosive round, specifically with the intent of blowing some chunks and some blood and some guts in the water to act like chum, and maybe we can pass by undisturbed.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
That's actually not a bad plan.
That
Nice.
fat is gonna burn like a candle.
Hell yeah, yeah. So Vlad, you shoulder prickly honor, and you lazily aim at this giant floating carcass, and squeeze the trigger, and exactly what you wanted to happen does indeed happen. The round impacts, detonates, and nasty just kind of explodes out and chums the water.
Nice.
And you guys, it takes a few minutes, but you guys do sail right past the chum. And as you get closer, you do actually see that a shark feeding frenzy is beginning to take place because of chumming the water. What you do not see is any more evidence of the abyssal Octarch.
Well, at least we know the shark's only going to jump up on the deck. I think we can cope with this. All right, let's get to where we're going.
I'm so tempted to cast Whirlwind so I can make a Sharknado.
No, Amber
The
comes.
problem is there's nothing to aim it at.
Exactly. I would just send it off in a random direction.
Amber comes stumbling back to the front of the ship and just and heaves right off the side. And she is very, very drunk as you look at her, Scotty, and she's just like, Rosie, do you have any more of that stuff?
Scott, you'll just chuckle. All right, that's the spirit. Let's get another one down you. Do you good.
And she just barfs over the side again. All right.
You may be experiencing morning sickness.
No, it's alcohol poisoning.
We are now leaving a trail for the Octarch to follow us.
How could it be alcohol poisoning, lass? You barely had any.
So I rolled a 42 on to see if I had any alcohol in the net.
Yeah, you do. Gosh.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour off the alcohol into like separate mason jars and take the other stuff that's just water and vegetables and pine needles and all that and just kind of throw it over the side of the boat.
Okay.
And we keep the jars. Just toss it out. Keep the jars.
I just looked to everybody and I've still got a little bit of the last lot left, so I'm gonna pour a little bit out and I'll knock that back, and I know it's gonna hit me now, so it doesn't affect me quite as hard.
Give me another Constitution save though, because this is like your third shot of this stuff.
Yeah. Con save.
Yeah. Scotty's a professional drinker. It's not an issue at all for you.
So about how many mason jars do I have?
You have 4 3/4 of the way full mason jars.
All right, I'm going to take one and sacrifice it. I want to take a rag and tie the rag around it and put pine pitch all around it and stick a rag in it so the rag will be able to light up, but the other rag will be able to stick it onto something.
All right. Congratulations, you now have a sticky incendiary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Scotty. I'm going to go, next time you find yourself in the mouth of one of those things, just light it and drop this down the gut.
Guy just looks at it and goes, what fucking use is that, lad? You've sealed it shut.
You ever know what overgassing does to glass?
Well, why the fuck would I know that?
It gonna go boom boom.
I hope you got another jar of that stuff for the discerning palate.
I got 3 more for drinking.
Hey, now you're talking me language, lots. Because I want to see whether this next batch is even better than the last one.
We should be concerned that the fate dice just evened up.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
I didn't even notice that.
That's meta stuff. Don't even worry about that.
Rosie's perception 15. My perception not 15.
Now that Amber has thrown up a few times, color is returning to her face, and she's looking a little bit better.
The only question is, was it seasickness or was it alcohol?
Or morning sickness.
Combination of the first two. Yeah, just the first two.
Okay, I won't do a medicine check on that. Or maybe I should do a medicine check if I can help her not to.
On her first time.
Maybe I should do a medicine check to see if I can help her not throw up.
Well, go ahead and do a medicine check. Let's see what you determine. Okay. Looking at her color's returning to her face, and she seems to be doing okay. You're confident that she's going to be just fine.
All right. I'm gonna give her some fresh water and tell her to rehydrate.
That's exactly what Scotty was going to tell her to do.
And she looks at you pitifully and says, "Thank you," and sips on the water slowly. All right. Rosie and Vlad, give me 3 more animal handling checks.
For a fox, she's looking rather sheepish.
Does a 29 pass?
No. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay. Are you helping train Morio again?
Yeah, I'm helping Trey Morio. I got a 19, a 29, and a 13.
Okay. Alrighty. So, let's see. Duncan, you have. We'll call that. Yeah, we'll call that 4 successes.
Nice. Learning all the tricks.
Yes, sir. What's Morio know now?
Blank.
Awesome.
And I will apply one of those successes to the next trick.
You think in exchange for me helping him train, we could, cast a spell or something so you could talk to my dog again and find out how it's feeling?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, and then I'll open up an obedience school.
Something in particular you want to know?
Rosie's Rovers. Just basically making sure it's okay. It's like doesn't feel like it's like make it see if feels like part of the team. See if it feels loyalty. See if it understands that if he protects me, I'll protect him. That kind of stuff.
Okay. So Vlad will speak with animals and talk to Fido.
Yeah, speaking of these 2 animals, how have they interacted with the rest of everybody who's on the ship?
Well, Morio's doing cat stuff.
Yeah.
She's not a huge fan of the water, so she kind of stays on the lower deck.
Occasionally
This has been a
yowls.
fairly long trip. They're going to interact at some point. How are the animals with?
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to
Well,
figure.
Blarg,
I'm trying to figure out if Fido feels like part of the pack enough yet that he's going to basically be following me around, or if he's going to be standoffish and kind of still scared. So that's what I'm trying to figure out now.
So,
Have they decided like that they're like Amber and they come up to her for ear rubs or something?
Yeah, something like that. But we should make Tim have to do like a celebrity impersonation voice for the voice of Fido.
Squirrel.
Shit. Which celebrity?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know who you can do. So you got to like throw out some suggestions.
I can't do any of them. Maybe Arnold.
Yeah, do Arnold. That would be totally funny. That's perfect. Do Arnold. Yeah, I'm here to pump you up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally part of the pack now, yeah.
Imagine if you talk like Gandalf.
I
The
can't.
really harsh voice.
Oh, shit. I don't think I can do Gandalf.
Or even better, it talks like Milo Yiannopoulos.
A Fido
Oh,
arrives when a
shit.
Fido's supposed to. Never sooner, never later.
A cat that sounds like Milo is just begging to happen.
Well, of course, darling. I mean, how else is a cat supposed to sound?
Anyway, you and
Yeah. So anyway, Fido lets Vlad know that he absolutely feels like part of the pack. And Scotty, give me a perception roll.
What am I not seeing now?
We'll see on if you see it or not.
I need
Okay.
dirty.
Scotty is an alcoholic because the more he drinks, the better his rolls get.
I know, right?
Apparently, just stay in a state of drunkenness. Um, so Scotty does notice, kind of weird, neither Morio nor Fido go anywhere near Amber or Kreth.
Well, that could be because Morio picks up on Vlad's vague disdain for Amber.
Could be.
Did they come near? Did they come around Scotty though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they absolutely come around Scotty and Alaris.
So, my other question, Tim, is part of my Fido is mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like 70-30? What's the percentage? And do I need to give it a tune-up?
It's about 30% mechanical. Yeah.
So, am I able to like do the nature of understanding myself and like medicine, know if it needs a tune-up or anything?
Give me a wisdom check.
Does your Boston Dynamic dog need a hardware upgrade? Or a software upgrade?
Yeah, software update.
Yeah, I need a software update or, making sure it's not damaged in any way that I didn't notice because, it was a wild feral animal about a month ago.
So with the 9, you know to kind of keep an eye out for rust. And you don't see any rust on Fido. So
Okay.
that's about the extent of what you know.
I'm going to have to paint my dog.
Oh god. It's going to end up looking like a poodle, isn't it?
Sooner or
Nah,
later.
I'm just gonna, upgrade it with some parts from the next Sentinel I get to kill.
Beware of Rosie and her pissed off poodle.
Okay. So this long sea voyage eventually does come to its end. And you guys, with the combination of gust and control winds, like I said, you knock a few days off of the voyage. And so nobody has to skip a meal or half their rations or anything like that. And at the end of the voyage, the continent of Vewul finally comes into view. And it's maybe another day's sail before you guys will be near the capital city of Isvewul. So, if you guys were going to plan and talk strategy, now would be the time.
What are we supposed to
do? You have to start. Do we have any maps that were provided by the recon team or anything like that?
Nope, not this time. Thankfully, Amber chimes in. She's like, I've actually been to Isvewul before. It is a sprawling metropolis. Like, it's massive. If you thought Meridian was large, like, Meridian was maybe half the size of Isvewul.
It just means the needle's in a bigger haystack, that's all.
Basic making the assumption that all the wastewater and sewage runs off into the water and the ocean around it.
No, not. So the elves actually do have water treatment. I don't know exactly how it works. But I do know that they do. They have some kind of way of cleaning it.
Okay, so there that
Well, if
eliminates
you've been
the
there before, do you know about the official areas of the city, like the government buildings and such? If
Yeah,
we're going to
that's.
narrow down the guy in charge, might be a good place to begin.
Well, there's the bad news. It's pretty much dead center of the city. So
It would be.
the question is, how on guard are the elves? Because the orcs, they weren't on guard at all. But
my my question is, do they search all the ships that enter the harbor, even orc ones?
um, well, I mean, last time I was in Vewul, kind of, sort of, not really. The port authority did pay attention to what ships were coming and going, and what was coming off and going on to them, but it was more for like tax purposes.
Yeah.
Um,
So what if we have you turn into the orc war chief and we pretend to be captured and you lead us like into the like off the docks and then we kind of bugger off and find somewhere to lay low for a little bit.
I think what we need to do is we need to land away from the city. Somewhere in the woods where we can do a bit of recon before we go in.
well, we could do that. But when I say the city is big, I mean it would take days to walk from one end to the other. So, honestly, Rosie's idea, that's a good one. I like that idea. Because we could go right up to the city center.
Assuming we don't get picked up for looking a bit odd.
Well, if I'm looking like the orc chieftain, and you guys are all tied up, I mean, we're coming in on an orc longship,
That's fair.
and
I wish
Alaris,
we knew how to transport prisoners. I mean, a wagon with a cage would be perfect.
I mean, technically, she could claim we're the slaves she captured to row her Viking warship and we're her property.
exactly, the orcs take slaves all the time, and
Let's
Alaris
just be
is an
honest.
elven sentinel. He could be kind of sort of my helper, maybe my attaché or whatever.
If one of us happens to get recognized and connected to the things that we've done, you can
No
always
one,
say you've caught them and we're your prisoner.
I don't think no one's ever survived an altercation with Rosie.
No, we have had a few gotaways. You need somebody to take the message back.
Yeah, but again, most of the time I'm like 120 yards away behind a building lobbing a spell.
That is true.
Now you're in their face hitting them with a hammer, and so I don't think any of those guys got away.
Well, no. But I did draw a bit of attention while doing it, so if anybody saw me, they'd know my face.
Well, maybe we could have Amber give you a haircut.
What hair, lad? These are horns.
Well, I
Are
don't.
you seriously talking about cutting off me horns?
We could just put a wig over top of the horns.
Oh, aye, because that'll work. Have we got a big beehive hairdo?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up a mop and like hold it up over his forehead and see.
Yeah, not really a good look. We could just loosely tie some rope around his wrists, and he's a prisoner.
Yep, he rode
Give me
your
a
boat.
piece of that canvas, and I just tie it around my forehead like a do-rag and drape it over my horns, and it just looks okay.
So do we know that for sure the bard was formerly dead, or is that just like something we suspect?
Well, it's definitely something Amber has picked up on. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I did a medicine check, it wouldn't take long to figure out.
Yeah, but have you ever done that medicine check?
No, but I'm going to because I'm starting to put the two and two together for all the little clue Amber's been laying out about him, about Stitch's unraveling and all that.
Yeah. And Vlad, I'm pretty sure, could smell the death on him. But Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty will poke it with a stick.
So 21 in medicine.
Just for the sake of shits and giggles.
No shit. All right.
Whenever he drinks,
Poking it with a
I'm
stick
telling
is
you,
good.
I got 3 bottles of extra awesome Scotty juice in the pack.
Yeah, Scotty just needs to mainline some alcohol. All right, yeah.
It's fucking dead. And he just wanders off.
So we can we could put him in like a body bag or whatever, and you got a helper, a dead guy whose body you want to show off because it looks kind of weird and you want people to look at it, and then you got 2 people to row your boat. I would assume a sentinel and a goat kiff would make pretty good rowers.
Yeah. What about Vlad? What do we... Because we can't exactly disguise him.
Yeah, well, the other thing we could possibly do is have the bard and him go through the alternate dimension and find a place to settle down. We all meet up there, like a basement or something from a place that would be a good place to hide out. Maybe a safe house or something from people who assassinate people.
Here, Amber, do you think you could whip Vlad up a quick cape with a nice hood on it? That'd disguise him.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard.
I am a master of disguise.
Oh?
I can look like a tree or a rock.
Impressive. Okay. When was the last time you saw a tree walk?
It is an opportunity to blow the minds of the residents.
Or get your ass chopped down.
Indeed.
Okay, so apparently we're going to dock somewhere where I can actually make some more potent alcohol so we can get everybody in town drunk, so they'll believe that there's walking, talking trees.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Sounds
I
about
think
right.
that sounds like a daft idea. Can't help to supplement.
They
if
cannot
this-
all be winners.
If this hooch is as strong as the last lot was, it doesn't dilute very well. So there would be a lot of absolutely fooked up people in the immediate vicinity if you dump a load of that in the water supply.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking Orc Ale had to be pretty potent before I concentrated all the alcohol.
God, he'll just say, oh, give me a shot of that, lad. Let me see just how much more oomph this one's got.
So you gonna drink some regular grog? Did they compare?
No, I'm drinking the alcohol, the second batch that you made.
Okay, I give him a little small sip from one of the jars that I kept out in reserve.
Oof.
That's a 15 from a con save.
All right, Scotty. Your eyes go crossed. Your chest feels like it's on fire. And all of a sudden, you just fall on your ass as the world spins all around you.
Oh, yeah, you put that in the water supply, they'll all be on their fucking back so we could just walk in. Still, leave me a jar to the side. I want some more of that.
Give him one more shot, and I'll put the rest in the pack. I'm like, no, you might need this
No,
for
no,
later.
no. I want a full jar of that, laddie. Boy, that drink you owe me.
I guess I tell him he can just drink the bomb I gave him instead.
And Amber just kind of looks at Scotty, then looks at you and Rosie, and she's like, I don't think he's speaking common anymore.
Oh, that's so got some kick, lad.
So, Tim, for my curiosity, is it because the orc's alcohol was already pretty potent before I did it, or is it just I did a real good job?
Both. The orc alcohol is super potent, and yeah, when you rolled that 42, you got most of the water out of that batch.
Yeah. By the way, what I just did is illegal in most states.
Uh-huh. Don't try this at home, children. All right, so Amber's gonna kind of recount this, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, so we've got 2 prisoners, me as the orc war chief, Alaris as my little buddy, then Kreth and Vlad. Well, Vlad being a walking tree, and I guess Kreth and the cat and the dog, what, on the shadow plane? Is that right?
Yeah. I'm thinking that cat and the dog on the shadow plane, or, a orc chief would have a pet wolf. I mean, that makes sense.
Well, and it was the elves that made these wolves.
Yeah. So.
I did not say the walking tree idea was a good one. It was an idea.
So,
I mean, there's going to be a park somewhere.
It kind of seemed like you've had a sip of Rosie's alcohol idea. Or you need a sip of Rosie's alcohol.
Perhaps it is better for me to be a prisoner.
I'm going to call that one old number 9.
No, lad, you want to call it Ice Blast.
Well,
Ice Blast is completely different.
If Mario and Kreth are going to be on the shadow plane, I mean, Vlad could probably go on the shadow plane as well.
Yeah. So, do you know of a nice safe house that maybe criminals or assassins would hang out that's vacant or could possibly be vacant?
Oh, indeed I do. As a matter of fact, there's a museum right across from the main spire where Baroness, Queen, whatever the hell she wants to call herself, Ravina, like where she holds court, right across the street. There's a museum. We do use that from time to time.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
And what's this
nobody's
we?
the nameless.
So there's a slight chance we're going to run into some of your former lot.
Slight.
I'm going to do an experiment and give him 2 shots to see if it increases his intelligence.
Oh, ain't no chance of that.
Yeah, can we retcon for a second? Because are we here to kill the Baroness? I don't remember.
Yes.
Just her?
That's the only one you have to kill, yeah.
Rosie feels like she has to, town for town to bounce the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can potentially drop a couple airships.
She just want me to wait outside, and when one takes off, just crash it. Because I'm down for that.
It does seem to work to great effect.
Did they go to Crazy Owls?
Unfortunately, and as a reminder, the airships are tied up with Malvik right now, which is why you guys had to go by sea.
Oh, not our own airships. The elves don't have them?
You don't know. It's a pretty safe
Right,
bet. In fact, you know what? Yeah. As you look out on the horizon, as you approach the city, yeah, the elves do have airships.
So what if we dropped 2 or 3 of those on the city, and in the chaos, use that as our entrance?
I mean, we
The only problem is
could.
we don't put them on alert, which means the leader gets extra guard, which means more difficult to get to.
Tim, what's the HP of the building she's in?
Higher than earthquake can produce.
Okay, so it'd have to be it for the whole duration, huh?
Yeah, it is a massive structure. Yeah,
If we
But
can do this one on the quiet again, that would be the ideal.
yeah, I mean we could. Like the only problem is we could, send Amber on a boat by herself, but that'd be kind of hard for her to explain why she showed up on the boat by herself to go. And I don't think she can do the same thing with having the queen kill herself by pretending to be the queen.
Well, I'm
yeah.
quite happy to go with Amber as her prisoner.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good plan with a couple prisoners, couple folks in the Shadow Realm.
And we got just about every avenue we can covered until we know more.
I mean, we could just, give up and I could open up a bar.
Well, we've come so far. Why would you just give up?
And
Okay, fine.
I
We'll
last
kill the
wish
whole
your
city
spirit.
then. Fine, we'll kill the whole city then.
Well, I mean, sure,
Well,
we might as well, but let's get Ravina first. Let's.
I finish the job and have fun after.
Well, if you know how to impersonate her and look like her, do you know any habits, anything that could be used to like wait for her to come out of her palace and then, offer in transit?
I
Get her
mean,
on an airship, maybe?
if we can observe her for a little while, I'm sure I could establish patterns of life and kind of figure that out. I mean, it's easy enough to impersonate her to orcs when orcs are kind of dumb, but
Yeah. Because I'm thinking,
Hey, what we need is for you to be in there looking like her at night time, so that way you can be caught wandering around the halls and say you were just looking to go for a piss. And
Yeah.
then you'll be able to find her on her own. Because ain't nobody going to expect you to kill yourself. I know what I meant and I know what it sounded like, but you know what I mean. Nobody's going to question you for going into your room, locking the door, and offing, well, not yourself, but the other version of you who you're impersonating.
I mean, if you were to tell her that, the Alliance military's on its way to attack and she needs to escape in her royal airship, we could have a Lars shoot it out of the sky like you did that other one.
potentially.
There's a
And
lot
then-
more that can go wrong with it.
The problem is, okay, so I like what Scotty was thinking. The problem is the royal palace is separate and far better guarded than the central citadel. In the central citadel, the museum's right across the street from. So the safe house in the museum makes the most sense to me. We might be able to get her early morning or late evening when there's no one else in the citadel and she hasn't left for the palace yet.
Well, that safe house sounds like a good base of operations regardless.
Yeah,
agree.
because
Because
we
we can
can.
sit there for a day or two and observe things and figure out a solid plan.
Yeah,
But we
'cause
got a good start. I like where that's going.
Yeah, because if we observe her long enough and we see how she leaves the citadel to go to the royal palace, we might be able to catch her not wearing her seatbelt.
How many guards she has with her, whether she dismisses them at any point to go and smell a flower or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
We
think
found out
that
she does carriage, underground train, airship, whatever way she gets around, and then we can go from there.
I don't I don't think there's any underground trains. If she were to go somewhere, it would most likely be by airship. So, and if we can confirm that she's on an airship, then hey, too easy. Like you said, have a Lars shoot it down.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
It seems to be his specialty.
Yep.
Yeah, but the problem is there's a chance of survivors until we have a body. She ain't dead.
If he drops the airship, I'll firestorm the wreckage.
Right, because we have to make sure if it does go down with her on it, that there's no chance of any survivors.
That's true.
Yeah. We also got to make sure she doesn't have a body double or anything.
So again, that kind of goes back to we catch her at the Citadel early morning or late evening.
Hey, we have a bit of a chance here as well. We're taking out the leader of the elves, and you can look just like her. So just before you offed her, you could issue some orders that would seriously harm the elves' defense when
Or,
our lot make the next attack.
well, now here's a crazy idea.
Set them up to fail.
If we can off her without any witnesses, I could straight up take her place. And we could call a truce, and the elves could, resign the war, and we end it all.
Aye, we could do that too, but-
And I can get my bar.
Yeah,
My
right?
question is, how long can you keep this look up for? And how long would you want to keep it up for?
I can keep it up for years if I have to. And
Yeah, but you didn't have to last. That's the thing.
But they might be mad.
Once the
you're
war's
dating
over,
me.
that's all that's
Okay.
needed.
right. So I mean, that's really not even a consideration. Like, I can keep it up as long as I have to. No worries.
Yeah,
I mean, she
but
could have a happy accident and fall off of something, and you just turn back into yourself, and she's just disappeared, never to be seen again.
yeah, because that's the problem. She kind of nuked the whole town, so she's going to be arrested for war crimes in the surrender. So it might be one of those things where you surrender, then out of disgrace, kill yourself, and we then put the body out to be found.
And you're always going to be living with a target on your back.
Potentially. Or
So, no, I'm not up for this plan.
Or we could do this. We kill her, no witnesses. I take her place. Then one of you, all of you, whoever it takes, whatever it takes, get a hold of Sir Arthur Stonefist to, let him know the elves are going to be surrendering. And in quiet, in private, you let him know, hey, it's me. It's not really Ravina. She's already dead. We took care of it.
You want the Hirohito package.
Right, yeah. Don't behead me. Put me in a prison. I will drop the disguise. And then come let me out.
Now, I've got a question for you. There's obviously going to be internal struggles that go on like every political organization has. What about coups from within if you suddenly decide to start talking about peace? There's going to be people in your own side that aren't going to like that.
We blame the bomb on the orc.
What if one of them comes after you?
Well, I mean, surely she's got plenty of people that are loyal to her that would defend her. Maybe we could start a civil war. I mean, how is that for poetic justice? Rosie, would that satisfy you?
That would, because then we could just claim that we rescued you and there's an imposter on the throne and start rumors.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the elves tear each other and themselves apart.
Now, I like that. We got any more of that red meth?
I just don't like the idea of you having to stay there permanently, Loss.
Oh no,
That's not life for anyone.
I think he wants to settle down on a farm with you and have kids.
well, I mean
So-
that's the goal. This won't be permanent.
I'd like to roll perception to see if there's any sort of like alternative motivation.
Ah, insight. Yep.
Insight.
Yep.
Let's see.
Scotty will as well.
Okay.
Because Scotty's definitely against this plan.
I want to do a medicine check to see if there's something I can do to put in the water that might make the elves more aggressive.
Okay.
I don't care about motivation thing. I'm just purely locked in on causing mayhem right now. I'm fixated on killing as many elves as possible.
Just
All right.
introduce feminism and destabilize the nuclear family and
First, you got to get them. First, you got to get them to smoke weed. Then you give them communism.
Such things do work. Okay,
Speaking of which, damn it, I forgot to put my weed in this last one.
Okay. With those insight checks, you guys, you don't think that Amber's being any kind of squirrely or anything like that. You think that she is genuinely trying to come up with a way to positively and quietly end this war.
I'm gonna whisper to the bard if they can read her thoughts while we're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty's up for the idea of ending the war just so long as it doesn't involve Amber basically becoming a prisoner of it. He's not willing to let her sacrifice herself like that.
Okay. And Rosie, Kreth is like, yeah, of course I can. Just give me a second here.
That was a great Creth voice.
Thank you. I can't do Arnold very good, but I can do Kreth.
Yeah, and 24 medicine check. Is there anything I could put in the water that would make the elves more aggressive, or maybe burn that they inhale?
Why would we want the elves more aggressive?
I want them to fight each other.
Yeah, but we've got to go in there first and they're going to want to fight us.
I'm not going to go in there if I don't have to. If I can get them to fight themselves, I'm just going to stay outside and watch,
Yeah, well, some of us don't get a choice.
and then mess up the survivors.
So there are compounds. Rosie knows with that medicine check, there are absolutely compounds that she could potentially make if she had the ingredients that would make them more aggressive. The problem is the ingredients are kind of scattered all throughout the world, and she doesn't have access to any of them at this moment.
Is there any animal or plant around that might boost adrenaline?
Not really. Not in this region. No. Sienna,
All right,
on the
well,
other
we-
side of the world? Yeah, but not here.
So I'm just going to have to dump a bunch of hallucinogenic mushrooms into the water just to be funny.
Yep.
Well, even if they're hallucinating, they're going to be attacking ghosts instead of us.
Yeah, and then
We'll
we
get
do
them all
have-
tripping balls.
We do have some red meth left, so
Kreth is gonna kind of lean into Rosie and be like, "Yeah, I think she's being on the level. I mean, her thoughts are pretty much what she's saying."
all right. So I got an idea. I'm going to mix a little red meth if I can get a Lars to give me a little bit of that. Mix it with some of my orc ethanol, and see if I can get a couple people to drink it just for funsies later on. Maybe mix in some mushrooms, make it look like tea. Call it a Long Island shoreman.
Lars is like, no way, man. This is mine. This is my stash. Get your own. Truth of it is, I don't want to give that up if Corbin doesn't want to give it up. So we'll have to ask him.
I figured as much, but yeah. If he does, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to basically brew up some elf experimental stuff and basically commit some low-key war crimes while we're observing and waiting.
Yeah, little biological warfare. Why not?
yeah, why not? I mean, if I can put some dead bodies in the water reservoir system, I'll do that too. I am a trebuchet after all.
And Amber's...
Right. So back with the real plan, what are we planning on doing? We need to take her out nice and quiet, and then this is where Rosie can have some fun. We need to dispose of the body quickly and quietly.
Well, see, that's the thing is we just need to know who her political opponent is and fake an assassination attempt on Amber from them, and then Amber turn into somebody else, and then the Queen's like getting paranoid because someone tried to attack somebody who just looked like her, that wasn't her, and then she starts ordering people to get yanked.
Too many elements that can go wrong. Keep it simple, stupid.
Amber's gonna chime in. She's gonna say, well, what if we don't get rid of the body? Okay, so we do what we do. We handle the Queen, right? And then, Rosie, you must know some kind of way to preserve it. So that way, I can, after the surrender, what have you, we have the body of the actual Queen Ravina, and I can drop my disguise, and that way we can prove that, hey, I'm not her. And
we could, instead of kill her, just inject her with fugu toxin, paralyze her body, put her in a near-death state, keep her locked away, and then after you get the surrender, just she comes out of it when she's in handcuffs in prison.
Yeah.
No, because that war just reignites.
Well, yeah. Potentially.
Now she has to die.
She's going to die. We're just going to keep her on ice until Amber succeeds in the war. Then we're going to kill her. Just publicly. Just publicly with, Rosie hitting the lever on a guillotine. And by guillotine, I mean shotgun.
Same.
Well, then how are we supposed to follow on with the ruse that Amber is now the Queen? If you're doing a public execution of the real one.
Fugu toxin. Puts her in a near-death state. She's completely paralyzed. She's barely breathing. She's not dead, so her body doesn't decompose. We then keep injecting her with this to keep her in that state. Amber pretends to be her, gets the surrender. Amber goes behind the curtain, turns into not her. We then publicly shoot the other lady in the head once she's under fugu toxin and can't move.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Nah, I didn't like that. Like that. We need to just kill her to begin with. Not taking no chances.
Then you can preserve the body. Hope you got
You got that nip you was hanging them jars over the side of the ship with. We'll just put it down there and keep it cool enough.
Yeah, but then the fish will eat the body.
Yeah, the sharks might munch
We
away.
put it in a canvas bag. Get your canvas bags. Get your canvas bags.
Vlad,
I don't think
you're a heartless killer. What do you think?
Vlad, you pee on the souls of the people you murdered. How do you feel about this?
Okay, so he must be below decks, cranking it.
There's no below deck. It's
Or
on
is
the
Mike
deck in the
screwed
corner.
on?
Mike came unplugged again. Mike check 1 2. Mike check 1 2.
Get your lizard dick out of your
See,
hands and do
old-fashioned.
your job.
I'm seeing something
But yeah,
flashing.
if you want to preserve her
There's no
body, I can
sound.
pack her. I can pack her in salt. She'll be wrinkly, but put her in some water and she'll plump back up.
We probably don't. Honestly, we probably don't even have to preserve the body. Frankly, I mean,
I can just chop her head off and that'll work.
exactly. All we really need to do is be able to prove to Sir Arthur that I'm not her. And with her head, me dropping the disguise, and all of you vouching to this was our plan, and I could always take on a different disguise. I could make myself look like him. I'd be a little taller than he is, but I could make myself look like him.
I've got a better idea, Loss. As Queen, you call for a meeting with him. And we arrange it so there's only you, me, and him in a room together. And you just drop the disguise and say, don't worry, it's me. And then you put it back on. And you both leave the room again.
Yeah, but
But that
then he
ain't going
could
to
think.
convince him. I don't know what is.
Right?
Yeah, but he could think. You're originally the elf. You then put on the disguise of Amber, then put the elf, then undid that disguise.
Yeah, that's why Scotty's there. I say, no, that's actually Amber.
Yeah, but he doesn't know you from Adam, so why is he going to trust you?
He does know me.
Well, there's also... Okay, so even if it's not Scotty, Vlad and Alaris have good rapport with him.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You're going to need more than one person to vouch for you.
And
Like I
that's
say, either way, you need 3 people in that room. Amber, whoever is going to be her backup, essentially, and Stonefist. And Amber reveals herself to him and then puts the disguise back on. And then everybody leaves the room knowing what page they're on.
And I got to keep Vlad from doing things to the skull, because we know how he gets.
No promises.
Okay, so now that you're done cranking it below decks, what are your thoughts?
Who's she talking to?
Vlad.
You.
I was cranking it below deck.
Yeah, we talked to you, you didn't listen, so now we're embarrassing you. Yes, that's the point.
I have to. If I was cranking it, a hole would have been blown through this hole. I reluctantly agree with most of Amber's plan.
So I do have some other
What's the
questions.
part that you have problems with?
What was that?
Who knows? In the past, problems have usually meant a better solution.
I am confident that we will overcome any problems, but if we can get a vantage point and observe the Baroness's movements, this will likely provide us with a way in.
Because if you're going to be replacing her, you're going to need to watch her for more than a couple of days. Ideally, we could do like 2 weeks of just watching.
Okay, so
3 would be even better.
here's an idea. We sneak in, we get to the safe house across the street from the palace, right? Or Citadel, rather.
Aye.
We see what kind of guard complement she has. Then
Aye.
I disguise myself as one of those guards, spend a few days up close and personal with her, really get a feel for the ins and outs. Then we make our move, and I take her place.
That
You know, that sounds like a
sounds
much more
great.
sound plan.
That sounds great. Because my other plan was I break into their armory and see if I can steal one of those tank things.
I'm thinking of Amber here because there's only so much that she's going to be able to bluff, but the more that she can observe, the better her acting is going to be when it comes to actually doing the job of replacing the queen.
Yeah.
And perhaps while she is conducting her observations, Kreth can take a couple of us in as shadow bodyguards in case something were to happen.
And if we could find a happy little hidey hole inside the palace, you just drop one of us off there from the Shadow Veil, and you come back and pick the other one up.
Yeah, I think I could probably do something like that.
Then we all sneak in, and nobody's any the wiser, and Amber's got backup.
And if we could understand what it is that they did to Meridian, perhaps we could return it tenfold onto Vewul.
Now that is a plan.
I
I'm
am
sure
who's
we
gonna
could dig
know.
something up.
Well, the queen ain't gonna know how it was done, but she'll be able to get the guy who did it to tell her.
Or at least access to the documents. Certainly there's some
Right.
kind of documentation.
Oh, aye, there'll be something, and the queen will have access to it if she wants it. Aye, this
Yeah.
sounds like a pretty sound plan. If we can
That'll give me time
if we
to
can
sneak
pull this
around.
off, I think.
That'll give me time to sneak around the Shadow Realm and look at their water supply and stuff like that, and their infrastructure.
Absolutely. I feel good about this. Let's do it.
Aye, just make sure we got some fresh water of our own before you start tainting any water supplies. We need to be stocked up because we can't drink anything that we find.
I'll give you a heads up before I start doing things to their water.
Which will then mean only drink ale in the taverns because it's clean.
Yeah, or something I froze in the water.
I've heard that you can survive drinking piss as well, but I don't know that I would try it.
That from the is that from the Fish Warriors Bear Gills? Is that where you learned that from?
Now you see this whole tainting the water thing. I've got no problem with it being done, but I think it should be the last thing we do on the way out once Amber drops the ruse.
Oh, my plan
Because
is
otherwise
to,
it's just going to cause us no end of problems trying to coup the city.
my plan is just to slowly murder one elf at a time and dropping its body into the cistern until the water becomes poisoned.
Alaris is going to chime in. He's going to be like, well, hang on a second. Sir Arthur Stonefist said he was going to make me governor of Vewul. I don't want to be a governor over just dead bodies. We got to leave some of them alive, right?
Nah, all elves die.
I was an elf.
Yeah, it was. All elves die.
Well, okay, so we can figure that out later. It sounds like we're going to have a few days discussing while I do my observation thing, so...
We need to get you a plan B so you can get out quick if you need to.
That should be easy enough. Just disguise as an elven soldier and fuck off into the crowd.
It's a neat trick. Wish we all had it. I'd certainly be a lot happier if I was your personal security. But I'm not gonna get in looking like this. And they're going to see it as a bit odd if the Queen suddenly changes her head of security for no apparent reason.
Yeah, especially to someone who's not an elf.
Or even known.
Yeah.
And it's those guys you're going to have to watch out for because they'll know the Queen the most intimately.
Plus,
They'll know all of her little quirks and ticks.
plus, beastlings aren't really nice, liked by elves that much.
I got faith in you, Loss. If anybody can pull this off, I'm pretty sure it's you.
All right. Well, no time like the present.
So, has the town changed that much since the last time they were there?
In there yet, so we don't know.
It doesn't seem like it. Maybe probably a few more patrols, I'm sure, but won't really know till we get in there.
I guess I'll have to pretend to be a prisoner for a little while.
All right, let's try and get to this here safe house along with no mishaps along the way, which means no talking to the locals, Rosie.
I won't say a word, but I may
Yeah, you
whisper
said
in
that
somebody-
last time.
I may whisper in somebody's ear.
And with that, we will call it a night.
And we're soaring